Welcome everybody to another video of Dead by Daylight. My name is Cubeproductions, and today we're using Score Merchant. Wait, what? That's not Score Merchant, that's Freddy Krueger. Yes, today we're using a Freddy Krueger, Nat, as always. Using a really interesting build today, and I'll explain why I'm using Freddy and also what this build is. First perk is Discordance. If a survivor is doing if two survivors or more are doing a journey that's 128 meters away from me, I can see the order in that generator in yellow, and as long as it's still in yellow, whenever they complete a good skill check, I get notified, and I can basically know exactly what the survivors are. We have Pop Goes the Weasel, so we can pop a generator, make it lose 30% automatically, and start regressing after we hook a survivor, but it only activates every 45 seconds after we hook a survivor. Next, of course, we have Surge. We can down survivor, and then every gen 13 minutes of that survivor will automatically explode, lose 8%, and start regressing, and save us for last so we can actually chase survivors. Every time we hit a survivor that's not the obsession, we gain a stat, which decreases our successful basic attack cooldown by 5%, and it stacks 8 times. But of course, if we hit a survivor that's the obsession, we lose 2 stats. So I'm using the paint can and Macy's masterpiece. What the paint thinner does is basically it makes it so I have dream palettes instead of dream snares. Dream snares are way better, but I like dream palettes more, so I'm going to always use dream palettes in my videos. And then the other one makes it so that way the more people that are in the dream world, the more I can teleport. So that's what the whole point of this build is. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, I know it's weird seeing me play a different killer, but don't worry, I'm still playing Score Merchant. It's literally this. I like playing Freddy too, so I want to play Freddy. And no one else really plays Freddy, so I might as well try and play Freddy. And also, no one else uses Dream Palette, so there's me. But let's get into the game so I can show you how great Freddy is. Okay, playing on the Treatment Theater as our first match ever with Freddy Krueger on the channel. Let's see how well this goes. So let's talk about Freddy's power and how he differs, and also it's pretty similar to Score Merchant in a few ways. So first thing, Freddy's power is Freddy always starts in the dream world. That's why every single map is going to make darker for him. When a survivor enters the dream world, they become oblivious, and you remember saying that's broken, considering how every time I use the perk, the add-on Brown Earth Generator with Score Merchant, making survivors oblivious. But the difference is, some reason why, Freddy Krueger, when he makes them oblivious, he has a lullaby, so they can literally hear where Freddy is coming from. Meaning, even though they're oblivious, they still know where you're coming from, and it doesn't really do much at all, if I'm being honest. I think the oblivious aspect really hurts him more than it helps him. Because when you're oblivious, you can't use like aura perks. I mean, not aura perks. You can't use your terror radius perks don't work on them because you don't have a terror radius. So I feel like it's kind of bad, but I don't know. If someone who plays Freddy can leave a comment telling me if it's a really good thing or a bad thing, let me know. But I feel like being oblivious against Freddy is kind of bad. Like, you don't really get much out of it, but maybe I'm just wrong. But I don't know exactly how Freddy's power works, because before we reworked him, you used to have a penalty to doing generators because you were inside of the dream world. But I don't think that they have a penalty like that anymore. So because of that reason, I feel like the dream world doesn't really do much except make it so that way if they're in the dream world, they can see my dream palettes and my dream snares. So let's talk about his power. So first thing, you just saw me teleport across the entire map. Freddy has the ability to literally teleport to any generator he wants, as long as the generator isn't completed. And when he teleports, I should hit that girl by the way, I don't know how I missed by the way. But when he teleports, he leaves like a shadow version of himself, and basically it will appear out of the generator, and survivors will know he's about to teleport over there. But that's his first power. Second power he has, also you can cancel teleport when you want to, which is what I always do normally. There is a add-on called Class Photo where basically you can't cancel your teleport anymore, but it makes it so that way every single generator will spew out blood and make it look like he's teleporting to every single gen, but you don't know which gen he really is teleporting to. Which is really good. His next power is he has Dream Snares. What Dream Snares do is basically if a survivor is in the dream world and they touch a Dream Snare, they move 15% slower for I think 6 or 4 seconds. I don't know how long it is. I know it's a long time, but it's like a really big slow. But the reason why I don't use Dream Snares is because of the fact that I find Dream Palettes more funny. I find it funny when a survivor drops a Dream Palette on me, thinking that they won, but in reality it's a fake palette this entire time. I stopped chasing this girl because she went from literally like 4 different windows, and I'm like, yep, nope, I can't beat that. Now if I had Dream Snares, you will see why I could win, because I could be slowed down. But yeah, Dream Snares slow people down. What Dream Palettes do is basically is you make a fake pallet appear, and it starts in the dream world, and they drop a fake pallet, it will explode and then do nothing. Like literally, the pallet does absolutely nothing, and I basically get a free hit because the survivor dropped the pallet in the pallet animation. Also, what it does is it reveals their aura for I believe 7 seconds once they drop a green pallet, which is pretty good. It's really good at getting rid of distortions. Not distort. What's it called? It's really good at getting rid of distortion stacks too. So I think it's pretty good. The only problem with dream pallets is the fact that you have to break pallets, like existing one like that, to place down a dream pallet. This girl's gonna heel around in front of me like, why? And I catch her finally. And they haven't done a single gym, by the way. I don't know how, but they haven't done any gyms yet. I noticed when I play Freddy, normally does gyms. When I play Skull Merchant, everyone does gyms. I don't know why. But also I have power goes with that I can literally teleport to any gym, pop it, and continue playing the game. Which is kind of funny. But yeah, that's how his power works. I like his power, but Freddy is not really a strong killer. The reason why I find him kind of similar to Skull Merchant is because he can slow people down, just like how Skull Merchant can. But the difference is Skull Merchant can slow people down after they get claw trapped. Get the claw trapped them 3 times, and then they finally get slowed down. Meanwhile, he slows people down as long as in the dream world he can do it like almost infinitely. But the problem is they have to be in the dream world, and putting people in the dream world is like not really hard, but they can get out the dream world so easily. If one survives in the dream world and another one's not in the dream world, they can wake each other up. But the more you wake someone up, the longer it takes. So that's the downside to it. If a survivor is in the dream world and then you down them and you put them on a hook, they wake up automatically. If a survivor is in the dream world and then they go to their clock, they can be immune to the sleep for 30 seconds and then have to take a whole minute to get back to sleep. And yeah, so his power is like really easily countered by just waking up. Now, waking up does require take some time. I feel like you shouldn't be able to wake yourself up. I feel like you shouldn't be able to wake yourself up from generators. Oh, yeah, I forgot also, if you're on a generator and you blow it up, then of course it'll wake you up. Or if you do a skill check, if you do like a healing skill check and you mess it up, it'll wake you up. I feel like those shouldn't wake you up, and I feel like you should only be woken up from the clock. But I don't know. I don't know if Freddy is even like win rate's good. I don't know what behavior really thinking about with Freddy. I don't know who even uses Freddy, I'm being honest. So I don't have an opinion on like the balance for the game with him. But all I do know is he is kind of weak, and I have to use save best for last if I want to catch people. And I should probably use dream snares, but I don't. So right here, I thought she was gonna drop the pallet, but she doesn't. I know she could probably make the window, but luckily she does not, so I'm like, yes. So the reason why I use save best for last is because I feel like I'm an M1 killer, literally, and I need to be able to chase people really fast. Now, speaking of save best for last, at the time of recording this video, they didn't really announce anything for like Alan Wake and new perks and different things like that. But at the time of voicing over this video, I have seen all the new changes they're doing for Dead by Daylight. So they're buffing a lot of perks and also killers. Like Hillbilly got uber buffed. I love it. He looks really cool. Blight's add-ons got changed, thankfully. They buffed some perks. They fixed Orman a little bit. And so that. Just go drop that pot immediately. I'm like, why? You know that wasn't fake. So I'll get a free down. That's why you use Dreams palettes, by the way. Like, that's so funny. But they changed a lot of things, so I want to talk about some of those changes while I'm here. The first change they did is the 3-gen changes. I was really concerned about the 3-gen changes because I know how behavior is, no offense behavior, but sometimes they just make a change that's awful, and I don't know why they do it, and they just keep it the way it is, and I'm like, no. So what they did was, now whenever you kick a generator, the generator has to will lose more progress automatically, and then also, Survivor can't just tap the gen and be like, okay, I tapped the gen, now the generator is no longer regressing anymore. They have to actually, the generator has to at least regress for 5% before you do it, but it's kind of sad. And then they can do it. I want to hit that girl, but she has she's my obsession, so I don't really want to touch her. Also, I tried to hit that generator, but I kind of forgot it's already regressing. But right here, I see someone here, so I'm like, yes. Now I have 8 stacks of save best for last. Dream palette. She didn't drop it because she's smart, but this one she's gonna drop, and then I'm gonna hit her to it and replace it. I feel kind of bad for her, honestly, because she's the one that dropped it the most. Then someone had to flashlight me. I'm like, no. But that's the first change. I really like that change a lot. They buff Hex Ruin, and it's kind of funny. I was watching Ozdar was talking about it, and he said the same thing I said, but then also I agree and disagree with what he said. Basically, what they buffed with Ruin was now when the last survivor, when one survivor dies, Ruin does not just go away automatically. Because in case you don't know what I'm talking about, it's basically the reason why I don't really use Ruin that much is because when you use Ruin, if a survivor were to die, Ruin automatically gets disabled for some reason. And I was like, why? It's already going to be cleansed easily anyway. You don't need to disable it. So I missed that 360, by the way. I'm like, what? And then she just dropped on the pallet immediately. I'm like, okay, I lose. But I'm like, you don't really need to even cleanse it. So basically the reason why I say that is because personally, my experience when I'm playing against Ruin or playing with Ruin, it gets cleansed immediately. Or not really even, but it gets cleansed because everyone knows you have Ruin. They're going to purposely cleanse the totem. Right here, Nancy just body blocks for some reason. I'm like, okay. And then the girl leaves the game. She's like, really? And I'm like, yep. I'm sorry. So because of that reason, I'm going after Nancy because I don't really have to worry about her anymore. I already downed basically everyone, so I have a bunch of save the best for last stacks. And because my save the best for last stacks were like at 8, being at 4 doesn't really hurt that much. But yes, the Ruin change is really good. Ozdar was saying basically that he doesn't like it because it's kind of hard for, it's already hard for survivors to win a 1v3 anyway, but now you have Ruin, which lasts longer, will stay up while that's happening. And in my head I'm like, yeah, you're right, but you have to realize Ruin sucks and it gets cleansed every time anyway, so I don't really understand. I can understand why, but also I don't understand because I feel like if you know someone has Ruin, you cleanse it. Like, it's that simple. Like, and most people aren't using Ruin plus other Hex perks. They're using like Ruin only and then something else, or they might use Ruin and Penimento. But even then, it's like you need to cleanse Ruin. There's no reason why it should go away after someone dies. That's weird. And like I said, House Timing is cleansed anyway, so I feel like it's not really that big of a deal. But then they nerfed Save Best for Last because I was confused because I heard people talking about Save Best for Last needing a nerf, and I never really understood why. Because in my mind, I'm like, Save Best for Last is a perfectly balanced perk. I'm using it right now on Freddy. So I was a little confused as to why they want to nerf the perk. And then I learned that, well, I knew this, but I don't ever take advantage of it. But I learned that if you have Save Best for Last, and you hit someone who's like unhooking someone, because you have the stacks, you recover faster, of course. Same thing with how if you're carrying someone and you have stacks, you'll get an extra stack, and then you'll also have less recovery on your hit. So that's the reason why they're nerfing it. I think that's why they're nerfing it, at least, because killers can just camp the hook, and the survivors can't really do anything about it because of the fact that the killer can just be like, okay, I'm going to camp the hook. I have Save Best for Last. I'm just going to continuously be here. You can't do anything about it. And because of that reason, I can just camp this hook. You can't even try and unhook. I win. And because of that reason, that's probably worth it. At least I think so. By the way, right there, I teleported to that generator to make her run away. So that way she'll run over here. That was my plan, at least. Got another generator exploded, so I'm like, okay, she's probably gonna run a different direction. But instead, she decided to just run this way, probably. So I'm like, dang it. It's kind of hard to find the last two survivor, by the way. I'm so used to like using, not really so used to it. Well, there she is. Found her. But I'm so used to like being able to track survivor with Score Merchant. Sometimes, like even if it's completely random, like someone just runs into a drone. So I'm like, yeah, I know where you are. But with Freddy, it's kind of hard to tell who people are sometimes. I'm not used to playing him yet. Once I get used to playing him, my Freddy will be amazing. Even though I'm already doing pretty well at this game, but this is my first game with him in a while. So I'm like this. I'm still like testing the waters. Like for example, I don't even have every single perk level 3 yet with him because I just recently leveled him up. Like I was kind of mad though because I spent all my blood points leveling him up instead of spending them all on Proceeding Score Merchant. So, but it's fine. I'm not really that mad. But yes, that was the nerfing Save Best for Last. They basically made it so that way every single time you hit a survivor, that's not the obsession. You can get a token just like before, but instead of getting a 5% decreased successful attack cooldown, it's only going to be a 4%. but it still stacks 8 times. But the nerf they did, this goes give up, by the way. I give up. The nerf they did, by the way, was basically they made it so that way, if the obsession gets injured by any means, you lose 2 stacks, and that's dumb. And the reason why it's dumb is because literally the obsession, in theory, could just injure themselves, and you lose 2 stacks. That's not gonna really happen very often, but it's just that you can't do that. It's the fact that it happens. Also, the reason I find it kind of dumb is because the whole point of the perk was to literally use everything in your power to get an injury on the obsession without having to hit them with your power. That way you wouldn't lose a stack. And now it's like that whole game plan gets thrown out the window. So now all it really does is basically the exact same camping thing that people do still applies, literally, and the exact same killers that use the perk are still going to use the perk. It's just going to have a little bit of a less effect on it. That's the only difference, and that's the reason why I feel like the nerf isn't really even like anything substantial and doesn't fix the core issue of the problem. It just makes more problems for absolutely no reason, and I really hate that. But I don't even really use the best class that much anyway, so I'm not really that mad. But it's just like I feel like they could have done something way better. Also, I really don't like the special attack nerf thing. I feel like that's kind of bad, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Then they buff Grim Embrace. That perk is amazing. The first time you hook a survivor, I'm killing this girl, by the way. The first time you hook a survivor, once you walk 16 meters away from the hook, every single generator is blocked for 16 seconds, which is, or however long it is, which is really good. But then it also keeps the last thing where it says, once you hook every single survivor once, all the gen are blocked for 30 seconds, and you can see the obsession aura for 6 seconds. It still keeps that perk, and I find that really cool and really good, and I think that's amazing. Then we have the FOV slider they added, plus they changed Quick Gambit, a really bad shadow perk, and they also changed Shadowborn, a really interesting killer perk. So overall, I think this update, oh yeah, and they also changed on Rio, by the way. So everything about this update was really good, and I'm looking forward to it. But let's get to the next game so I can show you how great my Freddy is. Okay, playing on Raccoon City Police Station East Wing. Someone, by the way, put a RPD offering, which is kind of funny. So as you can see, this time I'm using a different build. I am using barbecue and chili, so I can teleport to the closest survivor that I see. And we're also using what's the perk's name? Alien Instinct, I think it's called. No, it's not. It's not Alien Instinct. It's called Predator. I think it's called Predator. No, it's not. What's the perk called? I forgot what it's called. But basically what it does, after you hit a survivor, a basic attack, you move 5% faster. I'm using this perk because I felt like I want to pick different perks for this video for Freddy, because I don't really know what exactly is really good with him, besides, of course, you know, using dream snares and not using dream pallets. But we're going to use dream pallets anyway because it's more fun that way. But yes, if you have any tips from me for Freddy, please let me know, besides telling me to use dream snares. But I had a lot of fun playing Freddy, actually, and I like this. I like him a lot. Like, he's not really, I don't have a problem with him, honestly. I expect this girl to drop the pallet, but for some reason she's like, I'm not going to drop any pallets. So I'm like, okay. So now I should be able to hit her, but this pallet right here is so close, and I got stuck on the wall. There's no way. She drops it, she vaults it, and then she revaults it. I'm like, yes. So I'm going to break the pallet, but I'll break it now. And now I'm going around, so I'm thinking she's gonna probably just go back to the same loop again. So I put a, what's it called? The God palette I put is fake, which is kind of funny. I love that. So I'm gonna go to this gen right here, because everyone's always on the middle gen, so I go right here. Sadly, I didn't see anyone, so I'm like, But then I look right here, and everyone's on top floor, so I'm like, dang it. Now, right here, this palette is so unsafe, so I don't have to worry about it. But instead, he decided to just drop it anyway. I don't know why I even ran into it, honestly, but I did. So I'm gonna go back towards this generator, kind of know someone's on it probably. But no one is. So I'm gonna kick this gen and proceed. But yes, I like Freddy a lot, and I haven't really had a problem with him. I'm gonna make more videos. If you want to see me use Freddy more or any other killer, just let me know. Like, literally, I don't really know what I like playing a lot of killers, but Skull Merchant is 100% my favorite. And I know there's some people, like, for example, I can't remember his name, but he's like the #1. I don't know if he's the #1 Billy in the world, he's the #1 Singularity in the world, one of them. But he, of course, plays other killers besides Singularity. I just like playing Scrum Merchant the most, so that's why I play Scrum Merchant the most. But I would definitely be playing some more killers probably. Not as much as Scrum Merchant, but I'll definitely be playing some other killers. At the time I'm recording this video, I believe I have 3 Freddy videos for y'all. So I'm going to try and post them all, not together, but I'll try and post them all. So Freddy and then Scrum Merchant. This girl drops my pallet immediately. And I'm like, huh. But I'm going to go back towards the generator so I can try to find someone and kick it, but I don't see anyone. So instead I just kick it instead. And now I'm going back to the gen again. But luckily for me, he went the wrong way and I get a free hit. So now I'm going to go after this girl and she's like, follow me. I'm like, yes ma'am. Then I get stuck on the stupid thing. I'm like, are you serious? I got a free hit, but now I have to do this all over again because I got stuck on something. She has lied. I'm going to teleport back over there, but then I saw her at the last second and I was like, I don't care. And I teleport over here anyway because I know someone on the gen. And now I can't see. I am blind. And I'm like, what? But then I hear someone, so of course I hit it. I get a free hit, and then we kick it again. And go after her. So right here, I'm trying to dip in that gen because I know it's almost done. I don't even really care about the 2 gens in the middle next to each other. I just want to dip in the generator, and I know people are going to try and touch it, so I'm like, yeah. So he's going to go towards the pallet, but he does not. And I'm like, oh. So I'm like, please drop the fake one. And I don't think he knows which one's fake or not. So I'm like, this is fun. But because the other time he looped it really, really wrong, I get a free hit, and he doesn't know which one's fake or real yet. So I want to hook him away from it, that way he doesn't know which one's real. But the closest hook is like right here, and I haven't got a hook all game. So I'm going to try and go for the hook anyway. I am praying they don't finish the generator before I do this. But of course they finish it, so I'm like, huh. Now luckily for me, Claudette body blocks the girl, but she has sprint burst, so she still gets more distance anyway. So I'm going to free hit. I expected her to go for the save, but she does not. This pie right here is amazing, but she didn't drop it, sadly. And he gets stuck. So I'm like, yay! Everyone's getting stuck today. And I hear a boon. I'm like, what in the world? Who uses boons anymore? So I'm going to go after that boon later. But first, I'm going to go towards this hook. But the hook is broken. So I'm like, hello? So I'm like, you know what? Bye. And I drop her on the floor. And I'm going to him again because I'm like, yeah, you're already injured. And I'm losing this game. They've already done 3 gens. And I'm terrible. Now, this is the reason why this game right here is like the perfect example of why I hate playing Freddy. Freddy is bad because basically he has like weird gen pressure. He has more gen pressure than Scrum Merchant now, but because he can teleport the gens and literally just say no. Also, you have class photo plus dead man switch, you just win because they will always get off the gen because they think that you're going to teleport to it and they don't know which one you're going to teleport to. And if they stay on the gen, they just die. You get a free hit, and if they don't stay on the gen, then they get blocked by dead man switch. So it's really good. It's really good for you. So I'm gonna hit this girl. Now she's in the dream world, but she went a whole different direction than I expected her to go. Now she's gonna be able to get the window, and I'm like, yay! I love this window. So then I'm gonna go chase her, but there's a pallet right here. She's gonna drop the pallet immediately. I'm gonna break that and put a dream pallet right there. That way someone else can waste that, hopefully. And then I'm gonna try and chase her, but she's gonna go up top, and I'm like, yay! Another god pallet. Like, I love this game. So this map is dumb. So now she's gonna probably drop this pallet, which she did not. I don't know what she was doing, honestly. She doubled back, thinking I wasn't gonna like hit her. So I'm praying no one drops this pallet on me. And luckily for me, no one dropped the pallet on me, and the hook is back, so I can finally use it. But yes, so basically he has really good gen pressure. He can teleport to a gen and be like that's literally teleport. Oh, you're working on the gen. Okay, pop, and then chase survivor who would just on the gen. Like that's the reason why he's good, but his chase potential is awful because you have to use dream snares, and dream snares aren't even like that good. They're pretty good, but they're not even that good. Like they make you move slower, but you have to be in the dream world for them to even work, which is so bad. And then they slow you, but it feels like the slow Scrum Merchant gives you is actually better than the slow that he gives you, because his slow doesn't last nearly as long, but it's a 15% slow compared to a 10% slow. But you have to understand, so for example, I don't know what that swing was, by the way. Scrum Merchant slow is 10% plus 3% with battle targeting processor, plus an additional 3% technically, because Scrum Merchant is moving 3% faster. And this right here is why I say best for last. Is amazing. That, and probably why I got nerfed. But anyway, so what was I gonna say? Yes. So basically, because of the fact that I have I was literally talking about. Oh yes, his slow. Because his slow is 15%, but it only lasts for like I think 4 or 6 seconds. I think it's 4 seconds. I think it's 4 seconds. But it'll last for 4 seconds. It's really good on paper, but Stormraider still lasts just like technically 2% less, but it lasts longer. Not to mention I can do it over and over and over again. So I feel like, in theory, hers is better. So hopefully right here he drops the wrong pallet, but he drops neither pallet. He continues running, and I'm like, okay, you do that. I missed. Now he's the obsession, so he can't do anything about this. Now he did get the unhook all because he's the obsession. If he wasn't the obsession, then I would have got a free down again. This is a dream pallet. No, it's not. It's a real pallet. I forgot. It's a real pallet. So I gotta break this pallet and put down the dream one. Hook the obsession and then go after Claudette, who's on the ground, and that's the plan. But yes, his chase potential is kind of bad, and I kind of hate that. Because you can see right now, I know I was defending like one gen for like 2 minutes because they were about to complete it, and I really wanted to make sure I got the gen. But you have to understand that that person right here, by the way, I think Claudia gave up, or she just got confused. I don't know, but he's just really bad at chasing survivors sometimes. That kind of sucks. That's the main problem with Freddy. He's not really good at anything. He's like below average or average at everything. The only thing he's really good at is he can teleport around the map, and he can teleport better than like every other killer in the game because Alien can move really fast. He can teleport. What else is there? Yeah, Alien can move really fast, and he can teleport. Nurse can literally teleport. Black can run across the entire map. New Hillbilly can just obliterate people with his chainsaw and move really fast. So everything's good in that regard. But the problem is, while yes, those killers move really fast, Freddy can teleport like once every 30 seconds, and that's not good. So she's gonna fall this window. I'm not gonna be able to catch her, but luckily for me, she's not happening. She doesn't have live or anything, so I don't have to worry about anything, and I get her free down. But as you can see, the Freddy snowball, like any other killer, 1G and 1v3, is kind of hard to win. Not to mention, Freddy can just teleport to the next gen, so I'm like, okay, I know this girl's on the hook, thanks to barbecue and chili. She's probably gonna get saved by someone. I'm gonna teleport the closest generator, and lo and behold, here's the person trying to save her. And because Freddy can do things like that, I feel like he can be strong. So like, I can't really place Freddy on a tier list. Not to mention, I'm bad, and I am using green pallets, so I don't really know how to even like use him. Like, he's just a fun killer. Like, he's fun in every regard. I don't have any problems really with him like that are so substantial to make me not want to play him. So I just don't really know what to say if I'm being honest about Freddy's kit. He can do everything, but he's not good at everything. And then dream pallets are funny. The only thing I hate about dream pallets too is there's some spots you think you can place the pallet at, but you really can't. Like, as you saw in that room before the game ended, I had 3 different spots I can put pallets, but honestly, those spots never really have pallets anyway. So it's like, it's kind of hard to tell. Like, there's 3 pallets in one room, which in the survivor will most likely still pick the right one because the game sucks. But yes, and the window of opportunity, by the way, does show dream pallets, meaning dream pallet will pop up as if they're regular pallets, and survivors will still think that it's a dream pallet, or will still think it's a regular pallet. So you can trick them like that too. But anyway, let's go to the next game, to show how great Freddy is. Okay, last game of the day, playing Temple of Purgation. I actually really like this map. Now, for Freddy Krueger, I have no idea how this is going to go, but I like this map. So this map has a lot of pallets, actually, that you can put for dream pallets. Like I said before, the main problem with dream pallets is, first thing, dreams are better in every single way, because you actually slow down survivors. Technically, dream pallets do slow down survivors, because they'll loop something that's really, honestly, not even loopable. Or they'll drop a pallet that clearly isn't real, and then they'll just waste dropping the pallet, and then they'll end up doing the pallet drop animation. But the problem with dream pallets is the fact that a lot of times the game won't even like give you good dream pallet locations. So right here, as you can see, I hit the survivor, but now she's gonna be in the dream world, but she doesn't know which pallets are real and which ones are not. So I'm gonna place down dream pallets. This one, of course, is real, but she's not gonna stay next to it. But then the one beside it is real too. Well, the one beside it is fake. So she's gonna probably drop this one down, which she did. Now I'm gonna break it, and now I can place a dream pallet there instead. And then after that happens, I'm gonna chase this girl over here. But the problem is, again, I have no dream pallets over here, so it's like, well, that's a real pallet. As you can see, also the build I'm using this time, I finally got my barbecue and chili to rank 4 or rank 3. But then I switched out camera name, the alien perk, with the Zenshin tactics, that way I can see the aura of all palettes and windows, so I can kind of see which palettes exist, so I know exactly where this route is going to probably go, and try and cut them off, or know exactly where they're going to go and then put a dream palette there instead, and try and like pretend like there's a dream palette somewhere when in reality there's not. I knew someone was here, so I immediately went up here and got the free hit, and then she's still making noise even though she's literally and she's gonna not drop that palette, and then she's like, I'm gonna go back and double drop it, that way it's a god palette, and I'm like, no, actually that's fake. And then she dropped it for absolutely no reason, and that's why you use dream palettes. Like, it's just so funny. But I love when that happens, but it doesn't happen very often because most survivors can tell when it's a dream palette or not, because first thing, it only appears in the dream world. So that's the first problem. And the second problem is the fact that if one survivor is in the dream world, one survivor is not in the dream world, they can just tell you which one's real and which one's not, and it's like, okay, I lose. So I was going after that one guy, but I realized I already hooked this girl once, and I'm already done 2 gens, so it makes more sense to go after her and try and down her and kill her. Then Freddy wipes the blood off his little fingers, and now we proceed to chase. Now, right here, as you can see, I have 1 dream palette. Now I'm praying she decides to go to the dream palette, but instead they try and body block. So another girl has off the record, so I'm like, yeah, on my way. And then for some reason she's not body blocking, and I'm like, what? And I know she's off the record because she didn't make any noise. They try to flashlight at me like there's not a wall right there, and then I'm gonna try and put her on this hook because I gotta get someone dead. Because the reason why I do this now, like normally if you watch my Scrummer videos, I don't really go after the same person very often. But the reason why I do it when I'm with Freddy is because first thing, they've already done 2 gens and there's nothing I can do about that. And second thing, Freddy is terrible, so it's like I literally have to kill someone first if I want to play. Like, it's kind of sad. There's not really much I can, and also it's just like I'm so new to him, so I may kill one person and get him out the way, then to proceed to what's it called? Go after everyone individually. So right here, I'm gonna go after the girl again who just got off the hook. Feel bad for her a little bit, but you must die. She had that heart, smart girl. But the problem is now she's in the no, I lied. She's actually not in the she's not actually inside of the dream world, because I believe either once you get off a hook, you're no longer in the dream world, or maybe because of the fact that she used that heart. I don't know. But she's not in the dream world for some reason. That's kind of weird. But anyway, you know who's in the dream world though? There's one girl who just decides, let me chase her, so I'm like, sure. Now, I'm not going to be able to hit her because of the window right there, but I am going to continue chasing anyway because I don't really care. I have to get a down. So right here, I'm going to get a hit, but I'm going to hit the girl who's the obsession, sadly. I don't really care, but I have to kill Meg because Meg is just a problem. She's dead on hook, and everyone knows it, so she's going to try and, like, you know, of course, protect her teammate. But it's fine, I'll be down you instead. I don't mind going after you first. Then I'll go after Meg, depending on how far Meg went. But Meg kind of like went to a dream palette. So I'm like, yes, perfection. So now hopefully she just tries to mind game this dream palette for me. And lo and behold, she does. And she decides to just not drop it down. Probably because she either knew it was fake or she just didn't want to drop it. So right here, I'm going to put a dream palette right there. And I'm going to go after Meg. And hopefully no one goes for a flashlight save. And Meg is dead. So yes. I don't know how y'all view Killer, honestly. Like, I know some of y'all in the comments probably don't care that I even did this. And I know some of y'all are probably like, oh my gosh, a Scrummer? Not Scrummer. Hey, Freddy Krueger tunneling? Ugh. But no, it's like, that's how WWE works, sadly. You need to do this. Not only you need to do this, but it's like, get 2 downs and go after the girl who's dead on hook, of course. Like, why wouldn't I? Like, that's the whole plan. Now, she's gonna get hooked for the second time. Problem is, she's gonna probably close up on the hook, if I had to guess. And now I have to try and find these last 2 survivors. And trying to find the last 2 survivors on a big map like this who can hear me always and I can't be untouchable is kind of annoying. So right here, they both got their clocks, so now they're immune to the dream world, even if I hit them. I knew the girl wasn't close up on the hook, because why wouldn't she? Like, she's kind of like, oh, I tried body blocking for my teammate, I'm already dead on hook, I'm not going to try. And I'm like, okay. So right here, I'm going to put some dream pods down. One thing I kind of hate about dream pods too, they just really buff Freddy. I don't know why they reduced the amount of pods you can have to 7. It should be like 12 or 10. Like, there is no reason why the amount of pods you can have is 7. That is awful. Like, that's such a small number. I'm kind of mad because at the time I'm recording this video, Nowhere to Hide is still banned and you can't use it. I don't even know what the bug is, honestly, but you can't use it. So because of that reason, I can't use Nowhere to Hide on Freddy, which I feel like is a really good perk, because I can teleport to a gen and kick the gen, and then know exactly where survivors are. I feel like Freddy's not even that bad. I just gotta like find a good perk combination. Also, I should probably not use Dream Pallets, but I'm using Dream Pallets anyway. But I keep saying that because it's just so true. Like, Dream Pallets are just so bad. So I'm gonna hit this guy before he can do anything, because he used his Sprint Burst to go to a pallet, but he didn't drop the pallet. I don't know why. I don't know, but if I was gonna buff Freddy, this is the first video I'm playing with him, so of course, I'm just giving you my day one, or my video one my video one opinion on Freddy. I would buff him where basically you can have at least 10 Dream Pallets, probably like 12. I would buff it so that way you can actually put Dream Pallets in every single spot. Like, for example, what I mean by that is, on this map, I can put Dream Pallets almost anywhere because the maps on, like this map in particular, the loops, there could be like a pallet on one side or a pallet on the other side. There could be a pallet like right here, a god pallet, or it could not be a god pallet. So basically, when I play on this map, of course, I can put pallets almost anywhere. But on other maps where a pallet could spawn, but a pallet didn't spawn, for some reason it's like you can't put them. Like, I'm playing on Area Crows, and I know a pallet can spawn here, but luckily for me, it didn't spawn here. But the game also is like, you can't put a Dream Pallet here. I really wish they would like fix that and make it so that way you can put Dream Pallets in like every single location that you could have put a Dream Pallet, because I feel like Dream Pallets already suck. You might as well just give him the ability to do that. Also, feel like I feel like you drop a Dream Pallet, it should like hinder you for like maybe 2 seconds. I don't know. This is weird. They should just buff Dream Pallets in general, because Dream Pallets are kind of cool. But I knew this guy was right here because I didn't see him run away. So I was like, you have to be right here. So now I have a bunch of pallets. So he's gonna drop the first one, because it's fake, and he's gonna go to the next one, fake, and then he dies. Like, I love Dream Pallets. Like, it's just so funny. But I love when that happens. It's so funny. But yes, Dream Pallets are amazing. Use them. Buff them, please. That's the first buff I'm gonna give him. The second buff I'll give Freddy, I don't know. Maybe make his teleport have like less of a cooldown. I don't know. Other than that, I think he's like, I don't know, he's like okay-ish, but I just wish he was better. I don't want to be like broke like Nurse, but I want to be a little better. And you always want whatever you're doing or whatever you're playing to be better. Like, that's how video games are. But so far, I like him, so I really probably shouldn't complain nearly as much. You're not really complaining, I'm kind of giving like constructive criticism. But again, it's the first video I'm using of him, so of course, after not playing him for a long time, you kind of just want to see him buffed. Also, the reason why I want him to be buffed is because his add-ons are awful. Like, he has 3 add-ons that change his snares into pallets. Now, the problem with that is I have to have an add-on on for me to use a different power, which is kind of funny. But also, all the add-ons do is the first one changes it, and that's all it does. The second one changes it, but it makes it so that way if a survivor were to drop one, their auras will be for 4 seconds. And the last one does the exact same thing, but instead of being 6 seconds, the aura is shown to you. But it's really good. Also, why do you only get 50 blood points for placing down a Dream Pallet? It should be like 100 or 200. Like, I don't get it. So right now I'm gonna put a Dream Pallet right here because I know the Dream Pallet. This pallet's real. This guy knows it's real, but I'm gonna be able to hit him. Now he doesn't know which one's fake or real or not. Then he's gonna teabag me. I'm like, why? Like, you're literally about to die. So he's gonna teabag, and then he's not gonna vault the pallet. But then because I'm smart, I know he's gonna vault it right now, and he dies. So I was like, no, don't teabag. Like, you're going to die. Like, why are you teabagging? Game over. Hook him on the hook over here. Break this pallet because I know it's gonna slow me down, but I don't care. Speaking of slowing people down, let me talk about Alan Wake's perks. So Alan Wake has really cool perks, and I feel like they're all gonna be useful, and I feel like they're all gonna be kind of cool. The only one that kind of concerns me is the flashlight one, but because it doesn't stack, I think it should be fine. But that means that one person can't. Well, let me rephrase that. I don't know what that means. It doesn't stack. If all 4 survivors are using it, it doesn't stack with each other, or does that mean like if one survivor uses it and then he blinds you again, it doesn't stack? But if another survivor blinds you and they also have it stacked to them, I don't know how that works. But hopefully it's the way I said the second time, where it's like, no matter how many survivors have the perk, it won't stack. I feel like that'd be balanced, because the fact you can get blinded and then automatically just be like, oh, I can't, I move slower. Like, uh-oh, that's a problem. But it's funny how they added the perk. I think he has some really interesting perks though. and they're all kind of cool. The boo is really cool, and the generator seeing aspect of it is pretty good. And then I can't remember his last perk. Then it was one little boom, so you can see chests and generators. You have the flashlight one, which hinders survivors, and then you have another one, which I don't remember what it does, but I feel like it was good. I found the hat, surprisingly, and now we're gonna try and find this last survivor, but I have no idea where he is. And honestly, Freddy kind of gets worse as the game goes on, because in case you don't know, Freddy can't teleport to generators that are completed. He also can't see them. I also feel like he should be able to teleport to generators that are completed. That'd be kind of cool. But yes, Freddy can't teleport to generators that are completed, so that's a problem. So I can't really teleport from A to B and get close to this guy. So he's gonna probably open this door. But luckily for me, he did not open the door. And sadly for me, he's not in the dream world, so I can't like make him hit a dream pallet. But he might be in the dream world soon. So however long this chase lasts for, we have a problem. So this generator, I mean, this pallet is real. He knows it's real. He's not in the dream world. He's going to drop it. I'm going to some reason why swing instead of breaking it. I don't know why I did that, honestly. And now I'm going to wait for him. This is why I didn't break it immediately. I don't want to get flashlight blinded. And then also, I wanted to try and see if he would go in the dream world already. But sadly, the dream world is like, nope. I kind of wish you could tell until it's right in the dream world. Like, I wish I knew. And of course, before I even hit him, he goes in the dream world. Obviously, the pallet's real, but he's going to drop it. And he blinds me. And I'm like, okay, I have ears. But apparently, I don't have ears. So I'm going back towards it, and then I'm going to put a fake pallet here. And he's like, oh, that's fake. And then I'll also fake, and then he dies. I love it. I love dream pallets. Also, I feel kind of cocky sometimes when I just walk behind a survivor knowing the pallet's fake. And I just stare at them. Like, what are you doing? Like, that pallet is not real. But yes, as you can see, I'm slowly getting blood points on the top right, but it's like I'm not getting enough. So I'm trying to get as many blood points as possible before the game ends. Break this pallet, hopefully, and slow myself down, but I'll get more blood points for it. Beep! Boop. Oh, the trap goes away. Huh. I guess the trap have a set cooldown, or maybe the trap goes away after the survivor dies? I don't know. The more you know. But yes, that was the Freddy game. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, I'll be playing Storm Merchant, of course, and if you want me to play a certain killer, just let me know. Swansea literally did just have a good idea where I should use Storm Merchant, and I should use every single killer's, like, do a depth challenge using every killer's 3 perks, but with Storm Merchant, and see how well it works. And I feel it's actually a really good idea, except some of those perks are just so bad, but I will try my best to see what happens. But yes, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any builds for me to use, let me know, and of course I will use them, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a nice day.